Suspects involved in the robbery and kidnapping of rapper GUUCI Mane have been arrested. Officials say the alleged ringleader behind the attack was rapper Pooh Shiesty.
Aside from learning that the ninth and final suspect has been arrested, we've been able to obtain video which shows the FBI at Pooh Shiesty's home the day he was arrested. Take a look at that video. This happened in Memphis. Federal authorities say Shiesty was the ringleader behind the attack on GUUCI Mane here in Dallas. That incident happened back in January at a music studio located off Dallas Parkway. The DOJ says GUUCI Mane and two others were allegedly kidnapped and robbed at gunpoint. They say 9 people were involved, including Pooh Shiesty's father and Big 30.
As alleged, Williams Jr. produced an AK-style pistol and forced one of the victims to sign a release from the recording contract at gunpoint. The remaining conspirators displayed firearms and robbed the other victims of Rolex watches, jewelry, cash, and other high-value items. One of the victims was actually choked by one of the defendants to the point of near unconsciousness. Defendant Wright barricaded the studio door with his body to prevent the victims from escaping. The ringleader of the conspiracy, Lontrell Williams Jr., was on home confinement at the time of the offense, as alleged, for a prior firearms conspiracy charge and conviction out of the Southern District of Florida. Towards the end of his prison sentence, he had been granted home detention. Part of the terms of his home detention were that he would not commit another federal offense or possess a firearm. His father, Lontrell Williams Sr., is alleged to have helped plan and execute the federal kidnapping as charged in the complaint. And as described further in the complaint, within hours of leaving the Dallas studio, a number of the defendants were on social media displaying some of the items that appeared to be the jewelry that had been robbed from the victims. The charging document outlines some of the evidence, just some, establishing the defendant's roles in the federal offense. This is as follows: electronic monitoring data placing Williams Jr. at the offense location, which would put him in violation of his home detention conditions. Cell phone records and license plate reader data corroborating the coordinated travel of multiple defendants from Memphis, Tennessee to Dallas. Rental car records confirming Williams Sr. rented a vehicle that was used by the group. Surveillance footage from the offense location, a nearby office supply store, and a hotel where several of the defendants stayed following the offense. Fingerprint evidence as well that was recovered from the crime scene, matching at least 2 of the defendants. Social media posts by defendants displaying what appears to be stolen property just in the days following the offense. Greyhound bus records confirming the travel of multiple defendants from Dallas to Memphis. The victims in this case came to Dallas to conduct legitimate business, and they were met with firearms and violence as alleged in the charging document.
Yo, what it is, people, we is back. Another day on Keep It G News. And we got to discuss this Pooh Shiesty and GUUCI situation, man. Not so much so as the case, but the ramifications of the case. Because I did a live yesterday, and I jumped out the window and said that, GUUCI Mane lost the most in this whole situation. He lost. Now, some people might disagree, but in this video, I'm going to show you why I say he lost the case. Now, I am in no way vouching for Pooh Shiesty's actions. I don't believe that he handled it the right way. Although I can admit, if the rumors is true, and GUUCI Mane made $25 million off that man's name and ain't give him nothing when he came home, I can see how all of this played out. Even though I wouldn't have done it that way. I don't understand how 9 people was allegedly involved in this situation and nobody had enough sense to say, this ain't gonna work. You feel me? It ain't gonna work. We gotta find another way. I understand you angry about the contract. Understand this. I understand that. But we ain't gonna be able to do it like this because we all gonna go to jail. Now, I think Pooh Shiesty, who looked up to GUUCI in a way, probably never would have thought that Gucci would have handled this situation the way he handled it, because he handled it horribly. And that's what leads us here today. Who made out worse in this situation? Because I've seen so many people saying, yo, Gucci Mane won, he won, and I don't see a win. I see a situation where everyone lost. Pooh Shiesty could likely lose his life. But Gucci Mane lost almost everything. He damn near lost his life as well. It's like being dead while you're alive. Now, Gucci Mane built up a resume over a 20-year time frame of being honorable, of being respected. I'm talking about in the hip-hop world, in Atlanta, Gucci Mane was held to such high regard based off of his history in the streets and based off his relationship to other artists.
Now, originally when I hooked up with y'all had a bunch of songs with Gucci.
Oh yeah, yeah man. Gucci's my boy.
Like, how did you guys initially hook up with Gucci?
You know what I mean? He just grew up. Just looked us up one day.
He introduced me whatever, I grew up. So we had started. We would listen to a beat. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go in on this beat right here. And he was like, go ahead. And I just was rapping shit. When I came out, he was like, oh what? He was amazed. He was like, nigga, you write music? I'm like, nah. He was like, yeah, you leave it. And every day he just got my number, every day text, go up, pull up, go up, pull up on, go up, studio S7, every day, so we just start connecting.
Gucci seen you on YouTube, reached out to you. How did you feel when he reached out to you? Was you fucked up? Did you believe it? Or you thought it was a fake account? Yeah, nah. Look at my phone. I said, hell nah, wake up, I get all the way up. Look at my phone again. He text me again. He was like, what's up? I text back right there. I was like, what's chopping? He was like, man, I'm rocking with your music, home. Too hard. I instantly put my clothes on, leave. I go to the house. I wake pops up. You know, then my manager. Hell no, this ain't real. Yeah. I wake him up. I show him. He couldn't believe he done a sweat. He get the sweat. So look, he sent me his number. He said FaceTime him from there. We talked about like 5 hours. It was up from there.
10-17 man, how'd that come about?
We did together, walking in the hill, we put it together.
Okay. How was it meeting Gucci Man for the first time?
Nice, man, like it. Good dude.
Gucci signed you off that.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna tell you another crazy thing. Okay. Like after Pooh, he been signed. I remember Cub going through his shit when he went up and shit his shit. We niggas talking about they ain't all that video I was there and shit. So boom, this really him and Gucci. I think they was in Miami or some shit like that. And I ended up getting shot. And Cub got the phone call, and Gucci seen him like fucked up, man. And she was like, damn, who that is? He like Scar? Oh, Scar your cousin. He been knowing about me and shit, but he was like, yeah, he was fucked up at the shit.
But I want to make another point though. So you said you spent $220 led in the grind led to you getting a deal.
I met Gucci a long time ago. I was younger though. I mean, I was in Zaytoven studio recording with a old partner of mine from Memphis, and I had met him there, but it was just like a what's up. And I was a kid, bro. Like he was older, but Zaytoven he remember probably because I was at his house, the basement, when he had the basement. So, but I know Gucci probably don't remember. I was a child, and I probably don't even look the same way I looked then. So, but far as they like, he go this shit.
And now you're signed to a multi-million-dollar deal with Gucci Man. What's next?
In Atlanta. A lot of people don't know I'm signed with Atlanta. I signed with Atlanta first, then I signed with Gucci.
Okay, so for those at home, you're on a 2 deal. You're signed with 2 labels at the same time.
I got a record deal and a distribution deal.
Okay, and the record deal is with
Atlanta.
And the distribution deal was with 1017. Okay, so is it hard balancing the two?
Hell no, it's easy.
I guess your manager works everything out for you?
Boom and Gucci are my manager.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? I got a real good connection with both of them.
Okay. So, were you signed to Atlanta Records first, and then after that?
Gucci. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where were you when
the deal is all together.
Okay. Where were you when you found out you were signed to Gucci?
I was in Atlanta. I had just got the deal with Atlanta. I ain't signed. I hadn't signed the paper yet. We just was getting it together. Gucci called.
He called you or he called the manager? How'd you feel? Were you in shock? Were you nervous? Were you proud? Were you excited?
It's Gucci. I ain't nervous. I don't get nervous by shit, but I was like, hey, wow. Like, this is from my hood. It's a dream. You know what I'm saying?
As far as Gucci, shout out to Gucci, that's my baby. He and I have the same manager. So that's what the mix-up was. We're both managed by a woman named Deborah Annie, who also manages OJ the Juice. So that's why you saw me all of a sudden doing a whole bunch of stuff with Gucci and Juice, because when I moved to Atlanta and she started managing me, Gucci would call me like every day, like, let's go to studio, shot. I'm like, what? Just leave me alone, Gucci. But he really pushed me to get in the studio and work, and he works very quickly. So in like a month, we did like 6 records together. So that's why all of a sudden it was like, Nicki Minaj and Gucci, you know. But I'm not on So Icy. It's just that we have the same management company.
So Gucci Mane has been responsible, or at least partly responsible, for the Migos, Young Thug, Fujiano, Pooh Shiesty, Waka Flocka, OJ the Juice Mane. A lot of these artists, at least Nicki Minaj and the Migos and Young Thug, then took what they learned from Gucci, or then sprung from being around Gucci to major mega stardom. And all of this, it seemed like within a swipe of a fucking dime, it's gone. So for people that's saying that Gucci won, I just don't understand how. Pooh Shiesty was a buzzing artist on his way to superstardom as well. If Pooh Shiesty could have stayed straight and stayed out of trouble, I think he'd have been neck and neck with NBA Youngboy, or at least a notch below. He'd have been the second biggest rapper outside of Youngboy. And outside of his freedom, that's all he's standing to lose. I think Pooh Shiesty, in his mind, he was standing on respect, morals, principles, dignity, honor, integrity. And that is everything that Gucci Mane lost in this situation. You hear how these artists was talking about him, man. Everybody had nothing but good things to say. And it's like now, post the robbery, I don't think that's the case.
What you think about Pooh and Gucci? I'm finna do my own interview. My first interview since October. About everything that done happened since October. I'm finna interview myself. It's gonna be $5.99. I'll tell you how I feel about it then.
Man, this shit can't be real with this.
Gucci got an insurance on that.
Man, is this shit real? Hey, this shit real with Gucci. Ain't no way this shit, you know, the internet be lying. You believe that all night? I said, you believe all this real? Like, this shit might be real, boy.
I don't know, they say
Man, this shit might be real. I'm finna see. The internet gonna tell you this shit real. The internet finna tell you this shit real.
Play the game with him every day. He ain't been on that hoe 2 days.
He ain't been on the game, man.
He play that hoe every day.
No.
I'm telling you, bro.
God. Damn. God. It's real, man. Folks say it's real.
Anyway, man, what's up with Gucci Mane, man? Hey, Gucci Walk, man. I ain't finna lie, bro. I ain't finna lie, bro. I ain't finna sit here and lie, bro. I'm hurt about that. I'm up about that. I'm realized up about that. He realized just the whole culture up. You realize hurt my feelings, fool. real lie hurt my feelings, fool. You a grown ass man, bro. And you got a whole lot of money. What the f you worry about a chain and a ring and shit for? I know why Shiesty robbed you. If he did. Cause he didn't think you were gonna tell on him, fool. He thought you was street like I did. He didn't think you were gonna put the police on him, fool. You a green ass nigga, Walk. You a green ass nigga, fool.
It's almost like a situation where they say when a guy that was in the streets tell, everything he did doesn't even matter no more. And I think when it comes down to Gucci, and when people mention Gucci name years down the line, he is not going to be able to duck this situation with Pooh Shiesty. He's always going to be remembered as the guy that told on Pooh Shiesty, especially if he goes through with this. I said on the live yesterday, yo, the only way Gucci Mane can salvage just some of his dignity, an ounce of dignity, if he just back away from the case. And I think when you evaluate this situation, if you Gucci Mane and you looking back at it, I really want to ask Gucci, was it worth it? Because if Pooh Shiesty don't drop any more music, you know, FDO is the last thing we ever hear from him. Signed to 1017. How much more money is Gucci going to make on future earnings? Then you have to weigh that to what he lost. His image. Look like his integrity is on the line. Because no matter what people say, businessman, not a businessman, Gucci Mane upheld street principles or street values ever since we known him. He called Pooh Shiesty a crash out, yo, but Gucci Mane was one of the worst crash outs. He was one of the first crash outs. Gucci Mane pushed crash out into the community. Or crash dummy into the community. So it's like now, at 46, how do you have so much disdain for an image that you helped create? But it's all gone now because nobody looks at Gucci the same. I don't even think people look at Gucci as a CEO because to be a CEO of a record label, you have to have record artists. And from what we know, he don't have any artists no more outside of Fujiano. And I told y'all on that live, do y'all think Fujiano was going to put up with this? And if you Gucci Mane, if Fujiano want to get out this contract, what are you going to do? Are you going to go about it the same way? Or are you going to be like, man, you know what? I understand. I understand I'm being called a snitch. I understand that you don't view me the same way as you viewed me before this situation. So is Gucci Mane going to do the right thing and let Fujiano go? Because if he looked back at it, like I said, when he valued everything, is it worth it? Then it made things even worse because when this arrest first happened and the media was running with it, the blogs was running with it, Pooh Shiesty lawyer, post bail hearing, did a press conference.
Yeah, you got it. Thank you. So we had a bond hearing today and a PC hearing today. I think that the relevant things that were said today that I thought were fascinating were that it took 3 months to build a case. And I think the reason for that was because the statements that were given on the evening that this occurred were very questionable. I think the way that the statements were made, what was made, what allegedly was witnessed, and what wasn't witnessed, I think gave great pause to the FBI. The FBI doesn't take 3 months to arrest someone if they believe everything that was said on the night that it occurred. They were involved the first night, and then nothing happened for 3 months. In addition to that, I thought was quite embarrassing was that an FBI agent says they don't have the resources to keep their eye on an individual. This is allegedly an individual that committed a crime that they then didn't watch to see if the guns were present, if the jewelry was present. And what didn't we hear today? What we didn't hear today is there is no contract, this mystery contract. They have no contract. They have no video of this alleged signing of a contract. They have no guns. They have no jewelry. They have none of that physical evidence. What they have is they have allegedly 5 individuals, one of them being a very well-known individual that is allegedly cooperating with the government and making these allegations against my client. Correct. Yeah, it's very fair. I think that this is he said type of a case. I mean, obviously, there's 5 individuals on one side. What we're missing are the other people that were present in the room. rate is quite unusual. And I think that the FBI knew that. I think the investigators knew that it was unusual. And I think that's why it took so long to make the arrest. Look at my man. So my understanding is the FBI has, over the past 3 or 4 months, has interviewed none of the alleged victims, and allegedly they all have future dates to give statements. But I have no idea if that's true. We're basing it on what the agent said on the stand, that each one of those witnesses from that evening is going to appear and give a statement to the federal authorities.
So during this press conference, y'all, you heard what Pooh Shiesty lawyer said. They didn't have any evidence. Nothing substantial, nothing concrete. It was basically what he called it, a he say type of situation where it's our word against theirs. No physical evidence, no gun, no contract, no surveillance footage, no nothing, no indication that a robbery actually took place. Just statements. And at the time, the statements that they got was just from the Dallas Police Department. None of these people talked to the feds. And then GUUCI decided to do that.
You know I got my bread up, I always keep my head up, I thought it was a...
And I think this is what ultimately closed the door on Gucci Mane's legacy. This wasn't a diss song. This is a snitch song. A snitch diss. Like, this is something that we have never heard in hip-hop at all. And I don't know who instructed Gucci Mane to do this. I don't know who led him to believe that this is a good decision. PR-wise, there's no way his management or anybody on his team co-signed this. This had to have been a written statement that he put out to the federal government. I call it Exhibit A. He called it Crash Dummy. I call it Exhibit A because this can be used in court. And the only way Gucci can salvage some of his history or his resume or his honor or his dignity is if he fall back from this case. But even if he fall back from the case and stop cooperating, you already gave them people a written statement. We already know about open source information. And if he fall back and not testify, those lyrics are going to be played in court. And at that rate, you fucked yourself. But I think he can at least keep a little bit of dignity if he just back away from it. He might can still sign artists, but I just can't see Pooh Shiesty, Gucci Mane signing any gangster artist to 1017 if he followed through with this whole situation. And in that case, how did he win? So you got Pooh Shiesty who's don't want to be a part of the label. You holding them hostage in the contract. He's not going to put any more songs. He get life in prison, 20 years in prison. Because at the very least, I think Pooh Shiesty getting 20 if he's found guilty. And then, no future artist is going to want to sign. And all he left with is the back catalog that Pooh Shiesty left that he been eating off for the last couple years. But how long is that going to last? You know, only thing that lasts forever is your legacy. That's the only thing that lasts forever. Money comes and goes. It might even last a few generations, but I think when you factor in who really lost in this situation, yeah, Pooh Shiesty lost, but I think Pooh Shiesty is one of them ones like a King Von where jail and prison ain't really mean that much to him.
You know, been through that motherfucker. I said, oh, this bitch been watching Power or something. I don't know what the fuck he think this is. He was on TV. Come on. Come on, man. Hey, man, how much time you got, man?
I'm here for a minute.
All right, then. Say that then, man. Say that then. Numbers on.
I've been in this bitch 32 strong, living it.
32 what? 32 years strong.
32 years strong, living it.
Fuck is you talking about, man? Living it for real. I put my stamp on that. Put my stamp on that. I stamped that, man.
Name known around this bitch. Name known in this BOP.
I stamped it.
Yeah, most real niggas get to do that.
I stamped it. I don't know the solid nigga. And you gotta go through a lot of tests and trials, nigga. Even if you wanted a solid nigga. We done seen solid niggas live it and get unlived too, get unalive too in that motherfucker, you know?
Yeah.
We done seen it all. We done seen it all, man. On the strong survive for real.
Real.
Yep.
The ones live, the only ones gonna walk this motherfucker like that.
Yeah, them niggas ain't walking. Them niggas ain't doing no walking.
Nah, hell no, them niggas ain't doing none of that shit.
We get shit out of there. Hey, we get shit out of there. What? Give a fuck what's going on. I'm gonna make a nigga leave that whole butt naked. Tell them for what's going on. Yeah. Yeah, tell them for I pop it, man. Like, FT motherfucking O, nigga. Yeah, FT motherfucking O, nigga. What's chopping? What's chopping, man? What's up? Man, I'm on live right now, man. Pop it, man. RT just pop this shit on her, huh? I stamped that, nigga. We just did that, nigga. I'm out here doing good, nigga. I'm out here making this shit look good for us, you hear me? I swear to God, cause I've been putting on. You got that shit on the way. You know that shit on the way to you. Fuck you talking about, nigga. I told you be cool. Like they don't know the type of time we were just on, cuz like the point to where we, you know, on this island to the face, nigga, all the way out here out of bounds for real, you know? I don't know nothing about this shit, cuz. We just real deal held that shit down to the face, cuz. If I'm gone, you got me. If you gone, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Man, hey, man, I ain't got to do too much talking, man. Hey, look, that's crazy. Hey, that's crazy. We just spoke on that, man. That's crazy. We don't do no playing with no nigga, man. These niggas want really living that shit. These niggas out here need to leave that shit alone, man. Leave that shit to the niggas. Leave that shit to the nigga that's in there doing that shit day for day right now, man. That's they reality, you know? Let them have it, man. You ain't been through there. You don't speak on it. And if you is a nigga that's been through there, you know, if you and that motherfucker, you see something, you know, you step over and keep going. Keep your mouth closed.
Now, of course, I know nobody wants to spend life in prison. Nobody wants to go to jail. But there are some people that's comfortable with it. However it go, I think King Von was like that. No matter how it went, he would have been fine with it. You understand? He wasn't a person, at least at that point of his life, ever thought he was going to leave the streets alone. He was one of them rappers, as is Pooh Shiesty, that always talked about, man, I throw all this shit away for my respect, for my loyalty. Y'all think because I'm a millionaire that I won't still get busy. This ain't that. And we listen to Pooh Shiesty on the phone and how he talked to his comrades that he left behind in jail. It's like, yo, he was having the time of his life there, man. But now GUUCI, who was deemed honorable, deemed respected for 20-something years, let it all go to waste, all go down the drain. And I don't think he can get it back. So, in that case, who lost? Who won? My opinion, nobody won. But when you look at the loss factor, even if Pooh Shiesty go to prison, man, for 15 years, as long as he don't get life, he coming home. And he's going to come home the same way he went in. Looked at the same way. I don't think GUUCI Mane will ever be viewed the same. But let me know how y'all feel about us in the comments. It's another day of Keeping G News, and I'm out.
Did you always look at it like, fuck it, I don't even care about the contract, let me just sign it just so I can hustle?
I did that my first time with GUUCI.
Okay.
My mother told me don't sign that contract.
So your mother read the contract?
I never signed to my mother, I signed to GUUCI.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying, at first I used to be mad at him, like, man, this nigga signed me to a fucked up deal.
Right.
But he didn't even know. I signed for $50,000. I had $1 million in my pocket already off doing shows.